Hi, and welcome to our Hunter the Reckoning campaign titled And So It Begins, Episode 9. We left our hunters after quite, an emotional ordeal as they ended the night with falling asleep. We're going to start this episode with the hunters greeting another dawn in the belly of the Boston Library. So we're going to go directly into the scene.
Sounds from the kitchen or the kitchen area where Grace is currently trying to make coffee.
Hedgehog!
With, trying being the opposite word.
Oh man, Chase, you look just how I feel.
You are a bit confused of what time it is because in the belly of this beast, there are no windows.
Is it Tuesday yet?
I know, but I smell coffee.
Morning! I'll have 2 mugs.
Lifesaver.
Angel.
Did you sleep well?
Oh, that's strong and good.
Yeah.
Is it? I wasn't sure
I
what
was up like a
you like.
Yes!
Wee baby.
I'm awake. The question was...
Did you sleep well, Chase? I'll take the reaction as a yes.
Yes.
No
I
harmful
slept.
dreams at the very least. No fitful visions.
Can I just start by saying that I'm sorry for being unsensitive towards you yesterday.
It's okay.
I was having a lot of emotions, and it kind of, I think it spilled on to you. And I'm sorry.
Shit happens.
But I don't know. I don't like it when people are, I don't know, hiding or not telling me things. I get very upset, and I'm sorry for that.
No, you're allowed to
fresh
be upset.
start?
Fresh start, fresh coffee, fresh morning. Cool.
Morning is a stretch. If anybody checks the time, it's 11.
We did really sleep well. Thought we said
Yeah.
9:30. Oh well. Well, rest is a weapon. That's important to remember,
Well,
Grace. Rest
you
is
were
a weapon.
sleeping, and I didn't kind of want to wake you because I felt like you needed to sleep.
Yeah.
And also, I don't think anything that we want to deal with is awake yet, right?
No, I mean...
Well, the Fae folk, I'm not sure if they really care about day and night, but Of course, it's easier for them to hide at night because people are sleeping. Vampires, definitely nocturnal.
Unless someone is wearing sunscreen 2000.
Can they do that?
No.
No, I mean, they can move around during the day. I mean, they can be awake, but they can't be in direct sunlight. I mean, but
I thought all monsters were bad. Trixie, she felt not bad.
Well, being a vampire, she needs to drink blood of a living person.
Do they all drink from humans?
that's actually a good point. I mean, surely blood is the life-giving essence of it. I mean, it does have to be human.
I don't
Could
know.
it potentially survive on farm animals? Ah, an interesting question.
In Wisconsin, I think you have to. I don't know.
Well, I mean, in places like Wyoming, I guess like the ratio sheep or cattle to man is
Sucks to be a vamp in Wyoming.
Or even worse in New Zealand.
desolate place with almost no people in it, outside the few large cities.
I wonder how vampire. Can there be vampire sheep? Well, I've heard of the Norwegian wild sheep. When they get the taste of blood, they turn into sort of battle sheep. And yeah, no, I'm digressing.
I'm assuming you have to have a soul, since that essentially is destroyed.
You're saying that sheep don't have souls?
And yes, they are just as weird 11 o'clock as they are at 3 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Yep.
Changes.
Cal gets up and walks over to the fax machine to see if there's been any replies.
There has indeed.
Ooh. We've got fax.
Yeah. What you're looking at is, in a sense, because it's people registered in birth, like a Bible book. I don't know what you call it in the States.
Oh, yeah.
Where you get registered, like birth and death. And you see that there is different names registered in an area, which is Salem.
Usually is in Salem.
Around 1600. I'm going to get the date right here. Hold on. Numbers are not my forte, so we'll try to get that.
Of course, it had to be Salem. Really had to do.
Sorry, these are names of who?
People
Okay.
born and died in Salem and sometime during around
1601. You see, there is a man registered, or a boy, then a boy child, named William Abbott Stone.
William. That's a name that I remember.
William Stone.
How old was he when he died? Or is he just birth indefinite registered?
Clearly, he did not die in Salem because he's only registered as being born.
And this was
1601.
Was it a cemetery on Cop Hill?
Yeah.
Cemetery in Copenhagen.
Perhaps we should search for a grave with that name on it?
There is also another a handwritten fax from the janitor. And he states the following. After intensive search in native history of this area, there is a legend spoken in the Wampanoag tribe about a great warrior that sacrificed himself to kill or destroy or curse a great evil.
That fits. That fits very well with my visions. And we assuming that this great evil or whatever it was.
Yeah, this great evil had eradicated his tribe.
Yep.
And he stated, like the legend goes, that his wife came from the spirit world and told him how to destroy this great evil, and she gave him the curse to bestow upon the great evil.
Okay.
And in doing so, this great warrior, in a sense, had to sacrifice himself.
Fuel the magical ritual.
There is also a name Hold on. I have so many notes. So many notes. Yeah, all right. Okay, I'm going to try to pronounce this. All right. Akeshta. Akeshta. This is the warrior or this hero of this tale. I got it. How you say it phonetically? AH, then like the little line in the middle. KECH, then a little line in the middle, and then TIAH.
Okay, so that's probably the man. The how do you say the vision I've been in. The point of view I've had in the visions for sometimes probably would be him then, and his wife came from the spirit world. What exactly that means is hard to say, but there's no more detail on the curse itself, how it can be broken or.
Also, the janitor also writes, there should be some more information. Feel free to call me at your earliest convenience.
Oh,
I'm currently talking with a Native American professor of this specific tribe.
Just not Mr. Man.
no. Before we call him, I think I should sit down and just clearly write down the facts that we've learned in the last 24 hours. Just call it all, even if it doesn't not even if they're not directly connected to the curse and the bad good stuff going here. We probably should phone in about the two at a time, and just sort of coalesce that.
Yeah, give him a heads up of what's what.
Yeah, so the deal potentially that will be bargained and broken, brokered, and also that definitely this Dr. Man is involved. That he is indeed probably trying to destroy the curse or release this evil from that curse in one way or another, and generally give an update on all that information. So, but I think the best to do that is in writing, so you can clearly read it instead of having to sort of try to remember stuff. So I'll sit down and finish my coffee and have breakfast and write that, and then we'll call the guy afterwards.
Do you then fax it to him?
Yeah, I'll fax it to him.
Yeah. All right. So you're spending an hour having breakfast, etching down the information that you have acquired and gathered over the last, couple of days. You two then, Grace and Chase. Do you also have some R&R, or do you...
No, probably help him recount the events, note down, just being the peanut gallery.
Yeah, chiming in on whatever information you have.
Yeah.
And how candid are we with the information now? That also goes to Grace.
Actually,
have you told everything about the creature in the alley? Grace.
No, I have not. No.
That's why I'm asking. How candid are
Sorry,
you?
I thought I was talking to the boys because they are.
Yeah, we are not talking about anyone having their eyes poked out and their bottoms pinched and
actually, I'm thinking about potentially including information that I believe that potentially Grace might somehow be connected to this warrior or whatever, or perhaps the spirit that gave the information about based on aura. But he adds it in a little simple code that the janitor recognizes as sort of to look for to secret messages. They're essentially just picking up the first letters in paragraphs, stringing together a sentence. But I think both me and Chase know that there was something more that happened in the alley from what she said, but we didn't want her to tell the truth because she had made a promise to
she doesn't want to break that.
And we don't want her to break the promise because we all know what happened to what's his name again? The famous Irish folk hero who had prohibited from not accepting hospitality and was prohibited from eating dog meat, and then some witches invited him to dinner and served dog meat, so he had to eat it, and he died because he broke his vow. So generally, anything concerning vows and Irish folklore, yeah, you just generally keep your word. That's the
Yeah.
best, safest course of action we can find.
Yeah. So none of you feel the reason or the need to
No.
ask or tell about the creature in the
I
attic.
think we just generally assume that it is one of the House of Tag, probably someone who, probably not a sibling, a younger sibling or something like that. Yeah.
Don't ask,
Just
don't tell.
once more, loudly for the record, state that it was Chase that killed the brother. Getting it out there, loud and clear.
My dragon, my
I
XP.
I still, I still think like I'm still confused about who was killed, but I'm like guessing. No, I have no clue. Maybe they're not my creature. That's kind of what she was going through. But I think, yeah, I think she's still a little confused about that. Marianne more, but still.
Who killed who? When?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what they did before meeting me. So I think time perspective, she doesn't quite know what was what.
You don't know. You don't what?
Yep.
You don't know when you don't know. All right.
Yeah.
So the hour passes quickly by as you send away the fax, and I expect you to call him.
Yeah, I call him after that. After I sent the fax.
Yeah.
You want to talk to him, Chase, or should I?
No, you talk. You're the talker.
Your brain, your
Does the phone have speakers? No, it doesn't. It's got a rotating dial.
Yes, it's old as fuck.
Call him up.
2 rings, and then you hear the very familiar voice of the janitor saying, "Hello, is this Cal?"
Yeah, it's Cal. I got your fax with
Great, yeah.
improving information, and it certainly, a lot of it certainly fits with my visions and with what we've learned here.
I have actually managed to acquire some more information about the characters involved in this legend. It seems it is actually based on historic events.
Oh,
There is definitely a man, because I sent the church book of William Abbott Stone.
yeah.
Yeah, he, as far as I can tell out of the historical documents, he started a church basically in, well, what we now call Boston.
Was it located on Cop Hill?
The placement of the church is very vague. It's stated a hill. That's all I got.
Yeah, well, we acquired some information that indicates that it might be Cop Hill, but we have no definitive on that. Where that's the strongest lead we've got.
Well, that's perfect. It sounds like it might be the place. He, as far as I understand, was not happy with how the Puritans in Salem practice Christianity.
Too mild?
Too mild.
That also fits with my vision, yes.
Way too mild. And he saw himself like a voice of God kind of guy, a cultist.
Hmm.
And he managed to get a following. Several families decided to leave from Salem with him.
Do you have any family names of those families?
I do indeed have some family names for
One
you.
of them be Man.
No, there's
Okay.
nobody named Man. I got a Samuel Maverick and an Abraham Tilton.
Abraham Tilton. With a T.
Yep.
Samuel.
That's the only names I've been able to scramble up. It's indicated there are more families that traveled, but these individuals were of men of standing. They were a part of the male council.
Okay. Names to look for. Also,
Yeah, and it seems that he had getting into quite a bit of trouble with the local natives.
yeah, I think he went so far as to exterminate an entire village.
It's, well, if we're going to go with the Wapanaga tale, it links up. They do not name William as a man or anything else but a great evil.
Did he ever marry? Is there any record of that?
Yes, he did. He did marry, indeed. He left with his wife, Alice Stone.
Alice Stone.
I found one obscure thing, which I cannot verify at all.
Yeah.
It said that he was so divine, he was so in touch with God, that he himself was able to produce relics. And it said because of his pure divinity, he created a white chalice.
Any information on this chalice?
Again, it's very obscure. There's just one little side note about it. It said it gave William the power of God's bright light. And there's also a mentioning of a second relic, which was named the Pen of Knowing.
A pen of knowing.
The Pen of Knowing, again, it's obscure and I cannot verify this information. It is said that with this pen, William could write the sins of the flock, so he would know the sins of his subjects. So no secrets from him, in a sense, if
Yeah.
with the tale being true. I cannot verify this. This might just be humbug.
Because all the indication we have, I mean, we stopped these undead priests, which clearly appear to be some sort of, I would guess, some sort of descendant cultists of the original cult. It would make sense at the very least.
Well, yes. If not, we're talking about some extreme power of corruption.
Yeah, it could be that like that. I mean, because these were technically Catholic. I mean, in the Catholic institutions, so in that case, have been hiding heretics hiding in within an official institution, or he's been corrupting them. But it's definitely that this Dr. Mann is part of this. He's involved, and our guess is that he, whatever he is, which we hope to find more about tonight, that he is working to releasing this great evil.
I find very few things about this Professor Mann, except for he's been like very renowned in the historical society. There's very little on his upbringing. I find nothing on his personal life.
So he sort of just one day
Popped up
on the academic certificate.
Yeah. I can't find a date of birth. I can't find a place of birth. I can't find family or children or anything. If you had a parrot, I do not know.
How long ago was the first time it was mentioned? Have you found out that? How many years ago?
5 years ago.
5 years ago. Okay. But after Boston was desolated, left after the last charge of the Light Brigade here.
Yeah.
Okay. So something happened that called forth this. My guess it's not a man, or at least whatever it is now is no longer a man.
Whatever he is, he's probably dangerous. That's what I'm getting. If greater, tighter, like hunter teams have been demolished by this great evil, and he has now linked himself to this, he is in a position of great power. Tread very carefully.
Whatever happens, we will keep you updated and
please do.
And record what we find, so that even if we'll try to find out the entrance, try to find out where this cabin for my visions are, where this evil is held, where they're trying to break it free from. When we find this out, we will make sure that a record is sent to you. So if we should fail,
there will be. I appreciate that, Cal, very much. And I've quickly read ancient royalty.
Yeah, we stumble out on some Irish fae, seemingly a house of Tuath Thatine, House of Tag. They apparently have staked a claim here in Boston.
Okay, and you seem they can be reasoned with allies.
If not at least allies, a bargain can be struck that our kind will not hunt them at their, what should we say, haven in return for the information on what exactly man is and what they know about him. And quite frankly, I cannot see any other way. Any other way solution to get at least not in time. Maybe we could dig up all that information on our own, but we know that we have 3 days left now. 3 days left before the ritual will be completed. The civilian that has been kidnapped will be sacrificed, and the evil will be released.
I think it's more than reasonable for the time being. It's something that can be dealt with within the future if it turns sour.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's a fair trade at the minute. So I'll start looking into whatever you brought me now, and if anything else pops up, as I said, like the lead has gone cold on Professor Mann, but if I find anything, I will be sure to let you know.
just fax it over here, and we'll. That's the easiest for us to see, most likely.
All right. Stay frosty and happy hunting.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Click.
Okay. So it appears that the deal is on then.
The deal is on. Okay. I think I have the hunter, the glyphs ready.
Can I help with that?
You can.
Good way to learn.
It is.
Maybe we should practice them now. I mean, just practicing drawing the glyphs and whatnot.
Sure.
I just start drawing some of the glyphs I'm thinking about using, such as do not enter, such as I don't have the book in front of me.
What do you know? I do.
Of course you do. You
Oh,
are the
where is it?
bookkeeper.
I am the bookkeeper. But just remember
That's back of the book, almost all the way back. I'm looking for it now.
Yep. All the way in the back, right?
Yeah, almost all the way back, like in the appendix part. If I'm not extremely wrong in my memory.
No, not there. No.
Christ.
It's been a minute since I've looked at them.
Oh, maybe if I actually look in the right book.
Might. Oh, not that one.
I thought I downloaded the official hunter glyph.
There should be an official. We're having like pause music going.
Page 284 of the main book.
284.
Just some of them at least.
I was just there.
That's what she said.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
284.
There we go. So what you want is protected.
Yes.
But you can make your own.
Yeah. It is a combination of the judge symbol, protected, and stay away.
Yeah.
So that and also danger.
That's fine. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, this a sigil for vow.
Yeah.
So other judges will
See it.
kind of see that here has been struck a bargain.
Yeah. What are you thinking you're gonna use to mark these glyphs with?
Mostly conviction.
You're gonna use conviction. That's
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah. So just so that hunters will see them, while walking past, mortals will not.
Yeah. You're not doing a full-on tag. You're doing the
Yeah.
hidden.
Yes.
Cool.
So that I don't know how much conviction that will cost.
How much conviction do you got?
Today I have 3.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard day at the office.
There's an office. Well, at least there's an office.
There's an office. We'll see. I'm gonna have to decide the payment of this.
Yeah, because if this takes a health level or 3, that's okay. Or
We'll
4.
see. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do something. Something's gonna happen.
We're gonna bolster your conviction in the meantime.
There will be blood.
There will
Blood,
be.
rhetoric, and no.
No. So, what do you do for the rest of the afternoon?
What do you guys think? What do we need to do? Should we scope up from a distance, check out Cop Hill, or should we stay away
I think
until we
so.
have more?
No, I want to take a look at that in daylight.
Daylight. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Smarty pants. Yeah.
SMRT.
Grace, why? What's with the side glance?
No, nothing. I think she's just like, she's thinking about who to punish first. Like, do I want to punish the baddies that has Amber, or do I want to punish the guy that
Oh, I was
killed
thinking,
Toby, or do I
who
want
of
to
us two
punish
you want to
Mr.
punish first?
Man? And so there's a long list. She's just going through her list. That's kind of it.
Her shit list,
Yeah.
basically. Who
Yeah.
the fuck up first?
I think living people, so Amber, is on the top, and then they trickle down.
Yeah, makes sense. Right. Do you get dressed? Get ready to? Well, now you have is it the Cadillac?
I
Yeah.
don't think we're driving that anymore. I think I'm out searching for something more inconspicuous.
Then a black ass Cadillac.
Yeah, that's not very inconspicuous. That's definitely conspicuous, if
Well,
conspicuous is a word.
Well, the serial killer rape mobile is just.
So, potato, tomato. No, I'm searching for something small and stupid.
Perception streetwise, then.
Perception streetwise. Why do I speak with this outrageous accent?
We all of a sudden turned French, mon ami. Big Fat Zero? No, we didn't roll yet.
3 successes. I'm looking for a Ford Pinto or something like that.
A Ford Pinto. All right. Well, let's say we'll go with a Ford Pinto since your GM knows fuck all about cars. We're gonna go with a Ford Pinto.
Yes,
Don't know
it's
why
one of the most ugly and most dangerous cars to drive.
Why would you want a Ford Pinto?
Because they're ugly.
All right then. Yeah, you boost.
Yeah. It's one of those cars you don't want to look at.
Oh, because it's an eyesore.
It's yeah, just Google it.
Gotta Google it.
Yeah.
Google it. Well,
It's not the car that Rolf Nader won a lawsuit against the manufacturer because of design fault that it had when it did blow up and something when it got rear-ended.
Yes. Made famous by Wayne's World, for example.
I was thinking about that, but I was like, no, that's not. I was
Yeah.
just thinking ugly car.
The Mirthmobile.
OMG. You don't even have to roll on it. I'm guessing ugly shit's easy to boost. So, Bob's your uncle. You have a Ford Pinto.
Yeah. I, of course, switched the plates.
Yeah. It's quite windy and no snowfall of yet. And it's quite cloudy. very windy, very cold. The city feels very unwelcoming. Drive back with your Ford Pinto. Easy enough. I'm guessing the rest of the crew is more than ready to jump into this eyesore.
Mhm.
It's an eyesore. I don't know what color it is.
Brown.
It's
Or rust.
Nice.
rust brown. So somewhere between blood and shit. Beautiful.
Yes,
The
definitely.
blood shit color. Same for you lot when you step outside. The wind grabs you, and it goes straight into your bones, even though you are dressed for the weather. Do you bring lucky?
Yeah, I actually will right now. But because I'm thinking if we're going into a graveyard, I don't really care. But it's a nice walk for her.
You get into the car, you drive to the city. The city is very much alive. People are going to and forth, whatever they're doing. People are dressed for the weather. But it's cold. And you're going from one area to another. Cop Hill isn't super close, but it's not like 2 hours away either. Because you are downtown and you're going up. Let me look at the map. Anybody else got a map, or is it just me?
It's just you.
No.
Yeah, it's just you.
There we go.
Sexy car.
Oh, you Googled it, did you?
No, yeah. Ariane just sent it to us.
Did he now?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't I get it?
Because the dog ate your homework.
The dog ate my homework. Well, that's not fun.
Or nice.
I don't know.
Scary show. North Cemetery, Cop Hill.
Yeah, we're at the library now, so it's through by the Boston Common and through.
Yep. Yeah, it's
somewhere.
on the end there. Yeah. That's what I thought. Through Boston Common. So you aren't that far off, actually. Should take you, given traffic, 30 minutes, 35 minutes. So you'll be there around lunchtime. No, late lunch. Brunch.
Yeah.
Brunch.
Brunch is between lunch and breakfast, so if it's late lunch, then...
But it's a late.
It's a late second breakfast.
I'm not a lady of leisure. I don't fucking brunch.
Second lunch, I think.
Second lunch.
You go directly to Champagne.
Ooh.
So you get there. It's your classical graveyard site. It's very large. Do you park the car?
Park the car, yeah, of course. I guess there's no churching in the graveyard. No driving in the graveyard.
There is absolutely no driving in the graveyard.
It's not that big.
There is. Let me see.
I'm checking to see if that actually is
A parking?
A parking. To see, because I don't know that, and I want to know that.
I think there is street parking. Well, yeah, there is parking in Michelangelo Street.
Yeah. It's not a very large graveyard. It's an old graveyard.
Yeah.
And there is buildings set around it, red brick buildings. The graveyard is very old, slightly overgrown. It's an historical site. Surprisingly small. To be like such a place, holding such a secret, you would feel it would be more daunting. Yeah. But it looks almost inconspicuous.
Do you know why it's called Cop Hill?
Cops, probably because cops of trees there. I mean, it's probably. I guess that's the denomination of it. I'm guessing as a local, we might know.
Oh, she actually asked.
Oh, are you asking me?
No.
I know.
No. Grace, ask the boys.
Yeah, do they know?
No.
They don't know. Nobody knows.
No.
It's the
He
graves.
takes his name from William Copp, a shoemaker who lived nearby.
Oh, well, there you go. Get some historical facts, people. Game and learn some shit.
Yeah.
There's not like a modern graveyard where we have very beautifully ordained pathways. The graves are like tilted and slanted, and some are two stuck together. And there is, well, in summertime there will be grass. Now it's layered with snow that has been like blown into like piles.
Dry snow.
Dry snow, yeah. The trees around obviously have no leaves on it. It looks very bare, a bit like A Nightmare Before Christmas gravesite.
Right.
Except for you have like kissing the outskirts of the graveyard, you have the classical Boston red brick buildings. You seem to be the only people venturing out for a bit of sightseeing, historical sightseeing on the north end in this weather, because the wind is, bone chilling.
Pull the hood of the
I've let Lucky out so she can follow or wander.
She seems very content with warm or cold. Doesn't seem to bother her that much, even with the tight coat and bare belly. Doesn't seem to bother her that much.
They grow up so fast.
When you start walking around, and this is before, I'm guessing because Chase is going to put discern on, but before that, as you're looking at the graveyard and you step your feet on it, all three of you feel like the pit of your stomach drops a bit, like that, like this, just the sinking feeling of,
Imminent doom.
You don't even like walking here. It feels very like someone trying to look very innocent and very like, oh, nothing's going on here, and it will just jump out and stab you any second. It just feels off. And this is your hunter Spider-Man senses, like that your little antennas are going. It's like this place is not. Yeah, you feel like it's the boogeyman. The boogeyman is here.
Discern.
Yeah, like a coppery taste in your mouth. Like almost like your gums start bleeding. You get a very coppery taste.
I'm guessing second thought is a good thing to put out. I'm looking at Taya now.
I'll let Chase use
Right.
Chase use the power of discern to see what he can see. What you potentially can do though is ward us if you see something.
I
Right.
rolled
Yeah.
666. 9-1.
Hey, Clayton. How I see the scene is like that Chase should take a step ahead of them, and then you see, especially you lot, you see the golden pulse emanate from Chase and hit the tombstones and the snow and the vicinities and the trees. What you guys see is Chase actually taking a step backwards. What you see, Chase, you see like the ground in front of you shiver and shake, and it gets engulfed in darkness. And you feel like the ground underneath you is like sliver thin, like you could fall through the earth at any second.
No, I walk backwards. Yep, I'm going outside. I'm not going in there. Nope.
Can I like prematurely, because I'm not used to him backing up, use word? Just because I actually think something is really wrong.
Yeah, you see the reaction of him going like, la la la, let's see what this is.
Yeah.
And then he's basically looking into hell now.
Super cash
but it's
not being
not
cash
like
at
flame
all.
or anything. It's this airy, dark calm. Like a pit, like a dark
Yeah,
hole.
it's like an eggshell covering a pit.
Yeah.
Can I? Okay, just for the sake, I'm going to gamble.
Go for it.
2. Please be with me.
Dice gods!
That's something.
9, 9, 9, 8, 8, 9.
9.
Boom!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah.
You get what you spent back, and then how many did you spend?
2.
You invested 2. You get 2 back and 1 more.
Okay.
Did
So
you dig?
yes.
She
I
did.
don't know what that means, but I did. So what does that mean? Being a noob and all.
Yeah.
That means that you go back to your starting conviction.
Okay.
So take away all the other convictions except for your starting conviction.
Okay, so it doesn't matter how many bonus above it I
Nope.
actually got. Okay.
You dig. So you go back to your starting conviction.
Ooh.
This means you can either buy a level 1 power.
Mm-hmm.
Either you don't have to. You could save it, but you can buy it in Mercy, Vision, or Seal.
I mean, I have been looking at Cleave for a long time.
You've been salivating about Cleve, haven't
Yeah, I want something that's actually not just defensive, but something I
Yes,
can actually
and
use.
it fits. You've seen Cal.
you? Use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be quite natural that they have a similar profile.
So that would be a level 1 Seal power.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
So then you buy Cleve. I snapped. Like ding 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 ding.
Glingle,
Thank
glingle,
you.
fairy visitor.
Okay, now I really seriously hope that there is something because we still don't know what like. Well, we know what you're seeing, but
You want to
what
fight
is
some
the
shit?
GM actually going to throw at us?
No, I'm backing up like.
So you're backing up, but you
don't
then
think-
feel. Chase, hold on. This is also what Cal sees. You see him back. All of a sudden, you see Grace boom up the golden protection wall. Clearly, she's thinking you see something very dangerous, and you are now warded. You 3 are warded.
I'm think because I don't think I've stepped too far into the burial ground before.
No, because
So it's
just
just
in the beginning.
Yeah, it's just maybe a meter or 2, and then boom, and then whoa, back up.
Yeah.
Chase, talk to me.
Let's step out of the graveyard, please. Step away from the graveyard. It actually looks like the whole graveyard is just a shell. A paper-thin shell covering a big black hole.
Well, we'll definitely confirm we're on the right place then, I'd say.
Yes.
You know, she's Sherlock.
This is the abyss.
I shouldn't have done that. Maybe. Okay.
Okay.
Well, better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry, but
Let's-
nope, let's not go in there.
I'm sorry. I was a little afraid of
That's a point.
your reaction.
But we do not know where the entrance lies. I mean, yeah, it's paper thin. You said it's covering this hellhole, but somewhere in this graveyard there will be a portal, an opening, a way down into the catacombs. I mean, if we assume the fact that this is the entrance place, if not the entrance place lays somewhere outside and then leads back
Or
into
maybe just the hole. It's a hole. It's a portal.
That's how but this is what he sees. This is discern showing him, because like the ground disappears because the corruption and the hole for him it's so insane and daunting. For him now, and for like until he thinks a bit more rationally, the ground isn't paper thin.
No. But
For him, it's how it feels. Like
Yeah.
he's gonna fall straight fucking down.
Yeah.
are there any like statues around here? Anything carvings? Anything in the shape of a horse or horse-like? Anywhere?
Not really horse-like. You have the tombstones are not very super ordained. They are not like big angel statues.
No. They're simple, like stone.
Yes, the
Classic,
stone
yeah.
stone slabs, very, very, and they're like tilted and wonky, and the whole graveyard looks very wonky. It's not like a beautiful, more modern Catholic graveyard where you have the mausoleums and stuff. This is old as dirt graveyard.
Should we look for the graveyard? Like, I don't know, where were this volume buried? Should we look for his grave?
Well, he probably wasn't even either that or name or graves of some of his followers, getting ahead of those, because he technically, I don't believe he was unless they had an empty
I
burial.
mean, maybe his wife?
Yeah, Alice Stone. That's potential. Yeah, definitely potential. Yeah.
As you say so, this is something you chase. You feel like your wife slips out, and you see she starts gliding around the graveyard.
Do the stones, do they seem normal?
Yes, more or less, yes.
Yeah.
In this area, at least, it's like you don't see all of the graveyard.
What do you see, love?
There's an echo, love. There's something here.
What?
Something old and angry, love. It's whispering from the other side.
Don't answer. Whatever you do, don't answer. Do I hear something?
Well, do a perception awareness.
4 successes.
You hear something vague, like a whisper. You see your wife again glide. Her feet doesn't really touch the ground. She turns, and now you're aware that she looks a bit more faded than before.
Yeah.
Fathers and sons are buried here. Fathers and sons, my love, I think you should find the father and the son. I don't think I can stay out here.
No.
I think I need to sleep.
Join me.
She glides back and she rests within.
We need to find the father and the son, my wife tells me.
As long as we're not also looking for the Holy Spirit. Well, let's look at let's look at graves, either like father and son next to each other in the same grave, headstone, and remember the names that Janitor gave us and keep a special eye out for them. It's not that big of a church graveyard, so let's just keep close enough that grace is warped to protects us in case something happens. We'll just do each take a row, 2 rows, and walk between them and look.
Stop looking. Do you keep discern on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it fucks a little bit with your vision. Because you see the very dark and black underneath. That is very disturbing.
No, but I keep it on. I will, but I focus on the gravestones to try to, because often these gravestones must be really weathered. So some of
they are.
Yeah, the letters might disappear, but I'm thinking that this sermon might make me able to see what has been written there.
Yep. Everybody do perception investigation.
Oh, stealing it from Randosis. 1.
1.
Just writing it down. You determined it's not these rows.
That's it.
Yep.
And then start going up the next couple of rows and just go up and down, up and down.
Yeah, and I think we should do a redundancy check as well. So,
Yeah. switch and walk the same way twice, but would take different rows.
Exactly.
I would like Cal to do a perception awareness as you do so.
Perception awareness. We see perception awareness, and no. Nope, no successes. Lots of 4s and lots of 5s on a 2, but no successes.
No successes. All right. So you guys, you do another roll. See, I don't even have to say anything. You're good students. You just roll them dices.
2.
2 successes.
Nope.
2
Nope.
taps.
No, it might be again.
I
You
had
feel
3,
like
but I won, so yeah.
sometimes it stresses you out when you look at the ground too much.
Yes.
You guys determine it. You probably have to go deeper into the graveyard. The graves are, the dates are not right.
Too modern.
Right. Yep.
Well, let's head deeper into the graveyard then.
As you do so, a gust of wind picks up a lot of the dry snow and hurls it around. So it gets in your eye, it gets in your nose. Not that hurts, but it's more disrupts your line of sight as you're trying to get it out. You, Cal, feel a headache coming on.
I feel one of my turns coming on. Is it a vision? If we'll let it in. If not, it's
If he says that out loud, Grace will kind of try and stay close to him.
yeah. So it says like under his breath, like mutters. I can feel one of my turns coming on.
Yeah.
As you say that, you feel like you fall a slight step in, and then the wind dies down. Like whatever it was picked up, it just dies down. And in front of you, like out from the whiteness of the wind dying down, you see a horse coming, a white horse. On top of the horse, you see a Native American woman you've seen before.
I take a step forward, look at her.
She looks down on you with a very kind, not loving, but very compassionate gaze. You see, she turns the horse around and she walks deeper into the graveyard.
I start following.
You see, like the hoofs of the horse make bloody prints.
I take great care not to step in them, but I follow them sort of perpendicular.
The rest of the graveyard seemed to fall into like a misty whiteness as she stops in front of 2 graveyards. Very old, very, very old.
I bend down and look at the names in the grave.
Oh, it's cotton matter and increase matter.
Strange name, probably Quakers.
One
Okay.
seems to be, well, they're clearly in family, and the age gap indicates that maybe father and son.
Master, son. I look up at the horse and lady in the horse. I nod.
She says something in her native tongue that you don't understand, but you understand the meaning. And she says, like, behind these 2 souls lies the gate to the below.
Thank you.
As when it's given, you feel again like the migraine, like in the front of your head, and you're being pushed back. He's been away like again 3 seconds, and he's just been standing there like holding a hand to his forehead, and he's back. And
I mean, I think Yeah, I think Grace has been very aware of him, and if he were to stumble, she would kind of catch him.
Put a hand on Grace's shoulder and say, "Thanks. This way." And I start walking in the direction that I walked in the vision.
With bloody hoof prints. You find it, like, because you were just there. And then you see the tombstones. Very old and beaten up.
Same names as in the vision.
What do I see
Behind
there?
these two stones lies the gate to the.
How do you open?
I don't know. We're not going to try to open it now because we don't want to get down there yet. But something here. Let me try something. He let my hand glide over the tombstones, feel the names etched and hacked into this tombstone, down to the grass, and through the snow down to the grass. And he mutters, I don't know if this is going to work because I don't know if she is here, but show me what happened here when Amber was taken here. And he used delve.
Ah, yes. Look at you. GM Mama's so proud of you using your powers.
3 successes. So that should be enough that should be 15 minutes. So hopefully that enough. It doesn't take that long to get through open the gate.
Yeah, you whisper in the wind, but as you whisper it, you feel like it almost like there's a bass or thunder to it. And this is also what you lot now feel around him, because this is a hunter power that also has a resonance to you. You feel like it's almost like the voice coming from beyond as he says it. And he ignites almost like in the sparks of the halo. You're being dragged back, Hal. You see it's darkness, it's night. You see the street lights, light snowfall.
I step back so I can see clearly the area. I look for Amber or who brought her here.
You see that very, very clearly, very fast. You see a group of men carrying her. She looks limp. 3. And they're heading directly for the tombstones.
I step back so I can see the stones and see what they like, standing perpendicular sideways to them, so I can see the stones there and the people there, so I can see what they do or interact with the tombstones, or what if something changes in them, or clearly see the faces.
Their faces look odd. Their eyes look milky, like not alive.
Mm.
The first one of them, like holding Amber, he goes directly through the 2 tombstones, like he goes through them.
Mm.
And as he does so, he says something in Latin. And as he does so, you see the ground shakes for a minute. And then the earth almost like it folds in on itself. And it's like Alice in Wonderland. You see a rabbit hole, but fairly large. And they descend. Do you know what he says? Do you speak Latin?
No, I don't know what it is. It says I was trying to memorize the words, but I looked down into to follow them until they're out of. Is it a long, narrow passageway?
And you feel almost, I don't know how much history or classical literature he knows.
Superficious. I mean, he probably read some. I mean, after he first discovered using the library when he was imbued and used it to track down history of the prison and to find all the architectural drawings to find out where the nightmare creature was hiding, sort of the entrance to the world and all that. He after that he started reading more, because what else was there to do than train or read? But it's haphazardly whatever he might come over that wasn't too difficult for him to read because he's not the most literate person in the world, and also whatever might have been in a prison library. So yeah,
It there's something. It feels like it's a path to hell quote that's lingering in your mind.
Reminds me of the quote, the thing that he heard in his vision. Okay, but okay, Latin. Trying to remember the pronunciation. While having vision, I try to write it down, like what letters he thinks they might have been in the snow in front of him.
Yep. So, well, now you see they and as they the descent. I'm guessing you're not following.
I'm gonna follow. No.
No. The Earth.
We just see him digging.
Yeah, the Earth. Again, it's like almost like something's filmed backwards and then it's played forwards. So the Earth is whoop, and the snow like glides back into place, like it was never been disturbed in the first place.
And the vision. Around Delve.
You okay?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to like go into the ground or something. That was strange.
It's here. This is the portal. It opens here. They brought Amber here. The three of them. The priests, sort of dead-looking faces, milky eyes. She was limp, like she was knocked unconscious or asleep, but definitely alive because there's like. It was a body of someone unconscious, not someone dead.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
I mean, I did try to heal her before they took her, hoping that she might last longer. I don't know.
That's probably a good idea as well.
Smart.
But they said something in Latin, and a gateway opened, portal, between the two tombstones.
What did they say?
Yeah, don't
Point
speak
on
that
to
out
the
loud.
Like,
Oh,
Friaricum. It's like, I don't speak Latin. Okay, I'm in.
I mean, I only speak Spanish, but the Latin that the guys in the basement, I could still kind of understand a couple of words, or at least some of their meaning.
Yeah, no, I only speak.
Can you write it down in your book?
Yeah, I'll try. I'll try to write it down from memory, in a book. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna demand an intelligence expression, maybe.
Willpower.
Yeah.
Hey, peanut gallery.
Peanut.
Yeah, gallery.
Okay, let's see. I'm just thinking. Well, it's no biggie. I can reroll. I can use my destiny roll for this session to reroll it if it doesn't work.
You gotta use destiny.
Yeah, if I don't manage it, I'm gonna try to willpower. With willpower, I have 2 successes. Let's see. Yeah, 2 successes.
Yep. You're kind of sure, but not 100% sure you got everything. It's a bit
Yes.
it's like the Necronomicon thing.
What? I should be fine then.
Can I help him by overlooking the words and just see if there's anything that is something of resemblance to anything that I understand, so I could tweak it?
It's very old Latin, and with your Spanish,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to use some dictionaries.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Not
But,
happy.
I mean, clearly a phrase of something, so actually the words will have meaning. So what we need is someone who actually speaks or knows Latin that can say us what it actually is supposed to be.
Like
I was
Mr.
about to
Man.
ask you to ask your girlfriend, but I guess it's not your girlfriend.
I mean, Pauline Cliff might know Latin. I'm not quite sure. I mean, if the heir of Queen of Host Tag does, that's debatable. I mean, if she's inhabiting a body of someone who knows it, she would be able to know it, I guess. But knowing on herself, I don't know. I mean, probably. I mean, she predates the time that Latin came to Ireland, so. But we could ask Pauline Cliff potentially, but I think we should at least wait until after she's been released from servitude.
Hoping she's not a vegetable or anything.
No, I mean 10 years potentially. I'm not quite sure how many years, but it was about 10 years. Wasn't that the impression I had or something like that? I mean, it had been a long time to be someone's. It's being possessed on a semi-regular basis is not.
That could do something to you. I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
Leave some marks. I don't know.
Depending on how much you remember and not remember, for one, you are being controlled, potential of it leading in through memories through dreams or stuff like that. I mean, yeah, it's.
But still, it's if it's lack of memory or if it's memory for someone else controlling your body, it's going to fuck your brain.
Yeah. I mean, let's look at people who have like. I mean, you can wake up in the middle of the night. It's technically, your body's still asleep, so you can't actually.
Yeah.
Move. Well, that feeling fucks people up pretty good. So, yeah.
Sleep paralyzation.
Yep. Sleep paralyzation. It's not a.
But is there anything else we need here in this?
Might be
but we don't want to go in her. We don't want to go in her before it happens. We don't want to stop it before it happens.
Well, we need more info.
We're going to go in before it happens, but we're not going to go in until we have been given the info on what man is and what. Not until tomorrow, to put it plainly. Tomorrow at the earliest.
Because you need the information on Mr. Man.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you guys. So actually, I know that you don't, Grace. But Chase might, because I'm sort of freezing my bollocks off.
Why am I not freezing?
You're freezing, but I'm assuming you're not freezing your balls off.
Oh.
You don't have a nutsack. You're good. You can freeze your tits off instead.
Yeah. I'll call for Lucky and I just walk a couple of steps before you. Oh, too much information, dude.
On the way back to the car.
I don't want to think about your balls.
On the way back to the car, to the parking lot, I keep an eye out for it to see any payphones.
Yeah. There is one actually.
Oh, just 1 second. I was gonna make a phone call and I pop over to the car and call up Mr. Jackson from Jackson's gym.
Oh, all right.
So, it's Cal.
Hi. Well, how did it go? How did everything go?
Yeah, it's good. It's all good. It's all grand. Getting on with it. I mean, remember I asked you if you could set up a sparring match for my friend.
Yeah, for sure.
It's possible to do that. I mean, today might be a short notice. I don't know if you got anyone around, but maybe tomorrow.
No, don't worry. I can set something up for 4:00 if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah,
5.
That's it. Yeah, 5:00. Yeah, that's perfect. Grand.
Perfect.
See you then.
Yeah, bye. See ya. Bye.
How long is until 5?
It should be around 3 hours.
Well, I don't know you guys, but I could use a coffee to warm it up.
Yeah.
Waffles?
Definitely. Oh, waffles, yes.
Yeah, just don't need too many.
He says that.
Why?
Oh, you'll find out later.
I'm not.
Though this be madness, there is method.
Just because I wore a very tight dress doesn't mean that I've gotten fat or anything.
Oh, no. Don't worry about that. Actually, that would be...
I do not know how you'd skip to that conclusion.
He says that as the camera pans out of the scene and films the 3 hunters getting into the car with this, again, very bizarre conversation. Heading
Balls and waffles.
Waffles. And you're heading off to a Waffle House to get some food and coffee. And this is the point where we're going to have a break. So do what you need to do, grab something to drink, have a pee, do what you need to do, and we will be right back.
I want waffles now.
Hi, and welcome back from the break. We're going to go into the scene where our hunters are enjoying some waffles and coffee at a local waffle house and see what their next move's going to be. So we're going to go directly into the scene.
Well, about that question, I think this all connected. That's Mr. Man and the rabbit hole and whoever.
The scary priest and Amber. Yeah.
All of this connected.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we've eliminated no, not most of them. Oh, maybe we just eliminated a few
But
of
why
the
is
scary
there
priests.
so many threats? I don't. Is it always like this? Like you have so many. Well, not people, but things, creatures, monsters involved.
Oh,
Always like this.
I'm
No,
afraid we're
no,
only
I mean-
scratching the surface here.
Is it
But,
too late for me to like say I don't want this?
Yes.
I mean, none of us wanted this. It's not actually like we were consulted and asked. It's more like, here's your hand you're dealt. No, keep playing the game. But no, it's not always like this. I mean, some cases are much easier. I mean, it might as well just be coming off as people disappearing, tracking down whatever baddie monster that's doing it. It can be a possession, like a poltergeist haunting a house. You got to go in there and
Or it can,
clean it.
or it can just be removing a half-rotten zombie in a back alley.
Been there, done that. Well, it wasn't a zombie, was it?
Well, it was what's left of a zombie, more
Yeah.
or less. I mean, it's a left of a shambles.
Yeah.
But just to, because my brain is so full. We have Mr. Man,
Yeah.
and Mr. Man is the one. Is he controlling the priest? Is he just associate with the priest? Is he? I don't know. Their boss, their
That
friend,
is why
their
we're going
ally.
to do the deal with the fairies.
And then, and then there's the fairies, fae, and they are connected to the nightmare creature. But Mr. Man and the fae and the nightmare creature, they have nothing. And then there is this vampire dude that killed my Toby, that handed him off to. So, there's so many pieces.
Yeah, there is. It's a lot of pieces. I mean, part of this is, I believe that the Nightmare Creature and Fae, they come involved because of this prophecy that we've been talking about, where they misinterpreted it as you being.
Well, they thought it was you. That's why they wanted to kill you.
Yeah, right. So they wouldn't have technically been involved directly against us if it hadn't been for that interpretation. And this is a problem with prophecies.
They can be interpreted.
Yeah.
And what was
they
Trixie?
can become self-fulfilling prophecies.
But,
I mean-
but Trixie, she also said something. She almost said the same thing that the faith person creature said. That it was like a doom. Like they were both wanting to save their people, right?
Yeah.
Was it for the same thing? Were they both like intimidated by this Mr. Man and his people, or are we again talking about something completely different?
I think that whatever Mr. Man is planning, releasing this evil. I mean, because remember, this guy we're talking about, William Abbott, who's represented as great evil by the Native Americans, he was a burning fanatic, believing in God, wanting to eradicate everything that was
he
not.
burning?
Yeah, like burning. The one where he did, what was it said?
Voice of
The
God.
relic that could fill him with the burning light of God. And I mean, he's been in my vision. I haven't been able to see him because just when I look towards him, there's been this flame of lights that's making it unbearable to watch. So I'm guessing if he's released, he's going to go on some sort of, I don't know.
There is
good
something
old
about the wording there.
Exterminate everything that he does not believe conform to God's will. So I mean, for all we know, he could start just targeting not only supernatural elements, but anyone not religious enough, anyone
Wrong color of the skin.
Yeah, wrong color of skin because they're not white, which is the.
But you say you saw him.
case, lesbians would probably be targeted. I mean, we're talking about some sort of, yeah. So that might. Sorry, yeah.
You said you saw him with a light that was unbearable. In whose visage? From whose point of view?
Generally, I mean, I've been had about 3 point of view, and from this warrior, Native American warrior.
That's not how I look, right? Because they said that I was burning as well.
No, different. This is more like.
Okay, thank you.
This is more like hellfire.
I don't think I want to be related to anyone
from
like
a vampire's point of view, all of us would be maybe regarded as a burning hellfire.
It wasn't or angel the vampire that said that to me. It was the Fae.
Well, they're also not particularly fond of
But so in that regard, it might actually be that we are releasing the power of a hunter, perhaps. Could this be an interpretation of said prophecy that both the Fae and the vampires and all of these are right in that there is coming a destruction upon their species?
It can't be a hunter. It can't be a hunter because it's not old enough or young enough. It's not the golden age. It's not the ancient history of our imbued. It's way too early for all kind to be popping up. I mean, that's decent as shit. But no, I think it's more that. I mean, first of all, that path to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah. Of course, it's that. But yes, I'm now looking at Grace, and if we pull aside her hunter halo, there is a golden, burning, pure white light halo in her aura.
Cal falls silent, and he's conflicted about sharing his theory or what he might think.
So I'm thinking.
Can I sense something from him?
Because there's a shift at the table. Yeah, I would like you to do a perception empathy, and I would actually like Cal to do int empathy to think what he should say about this.
Oh. Do I keep the one that landed or do I re-roll it?
Dice on floor, always re-roll.
Always re-roll.
Yeah.
Dice on floor, always re-roll.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I got 4 successes.
So we're gonna see.
Got 1 success. He's conflicted. He's a dude in flux. He's Hamlet. He's gripped by indecision.
He has a distinct look upon him that there's an inner dialogue, and he's not saying something that perhaps maybe he should say.
You can almost see his mouth moving.
Yeah.
You hear the gears churning. It's like
I'm just like, this is what I'm doing.
I'm actually looking at him too. Not like that, but.
Information that the janitor gave us this morning about the Native American, the great warrior who sacrificed himself in order to bind or to curse this great evil. I don't know. I think more in the chain of thought that Grace might be channeling that sort of light, the warrior's light, like the chosen sort of that power light. More that than anything connected to William.
Yeah.
And this is something you feel like you should keep from me?
No, I'm not knowing if I'm right. I mean, it's.
But isn't it a good thing to be a warrior?
Oh yeah. But I mean, what the problem is? We don't know. I mean, I know knowing, and it's just something that popped into my mind essentially with the information that Dante gave us earlier today. So I've been sort of rumbling it from my brain. Because it would fit. In a sense, it would fit that it would be fall upon one of our kind to this time be the, because, or maybe not his light, maybe for that matter you be touched by the same
Are you
power
afraid that I will sacrifice myself?
came from the other side, like for the spirit world, and gave him the power, right? So it could be that.
Chase, you hear what she said, right?
Yeah, you see the demeanor of Chase has completely changed from being curious to just being dead quiet.
And Cal.
And he's
Cal's
having trouble swallowing.
Cal is just off on his run. He's not. I mean, this is typical him, right? I mean, he goes up on tangent. He's like he loses the ability to focus on others because he's thinking out loud essentially, and it's not that.
He's a classic visionary.
I'm looking at Chase now. What do you think?
He looks a bit pale in the beak. Looking at Cal.
I'm sorry.
Looked like
I'm afraid to survive. I'm afraid to survive you.
Cal just not saying
I'm
anything.
guessing he's like right next to me, so I'll just bump my head on his shoulder and just like, I'm not. Be fine.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure.
You're so gloomy. And I look to both of them.
Yeah, because now again they're having a conversation with their eyes to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
I extend my hand and I place it on Chase's hand and I say, I promise you, I promise that I'll do whatever in my power to make sure that you do not survive. Great. It breaks it up with a bit of a laugh. Break the tension with a well-timed joke.
I'll drink to that.
Which of course is a bit of bastard things for Cal to do as in his mission. Very much. Chase does not survive. Grace. There's a double meaning in there.
Yeah.
Clever boy.
But what do we do with the other players? Do we ignore them? Do we chase them? Do we let them be for now?
Right now?
You know everything. I don't even know what I'm like where I'm waking up tomorrow. Well, I do, but you know what I mean.
There are three things I want to do. I'm not saying they are realistic, but there are three things I want to do, and in this specific order. I want to 1. Gear up like fuck. Go into the velvet rope yarn string. The velvet yarn. Now it's called the velvet yarn. I want to put a stake through the vampire's heart that lives there. And I want to drag him into the sun to die. That's part 1.
I'm behind you on that one. For sure.
Part 2.
Can I torture? No, I don't want to. I'm sorry.
Now, remember, we are not the baddies.
Nope.
No.
I'm sorry.
We do not have hats with skull logos or anything like that.
Can we?
No. It starts with fancy hats with skull logos, and then you start meddling with runes, and suddenly you have invaded Poland.
True.
You don't want to go there.
No.
Yeah. No.
You're just like, you're bringing like, I can hear my grandma like talking about.
Yeah.
Survived.
No.
Like
Don't
I can
go there.
hear it.
Skull's bad.
Yeah.
Second, I want to strike a deal with the Feyfolk to get more information on Mr. Man. Second, I want to see where the rabbit hole goes.
But we have 3 days, and we need to. Are we doing it all? Okay, but how? When does the sun get up? Is it like 6, 7, 5, 6, 7? I'm asking. Did you?
It's darkness upon the lands, so between 7 and 8.
Okay. And we're around 4 now? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sun sets around 5, 6.
Yeah.
My 2 cents on that, Chase. Like, one, do we know it lives in the club? I mean,
No, we don't. That's just.
and when it comes to prioritizing order, if we go after the vampire and fail and it kills us, Amber dies.
This is true. I just want to
And
stake
then
the fucker.
So I guess first get info on man from Faye, 2 kick ass and stop ritual, prevent the evil from escaping, and if we all survive, all or some of us survive that, vampire roasting time. I've been thinking about that actually. You need a winch on your car, Chase.
Yeah, we can do that.
So we can hook up
For roasting vampires?
for shooting them with a crossbow attached with a monofilament wire, thin wire, hook it up to the winch and just drag them right out into the sun.
See, I'm getting this. I'm becoming a hunter. I can feel it.
Yeah.
What
So,
time is it now?
so we want to wait with the vampire, and we want to go ahead with the Fae.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's my 2 cents, just because stopping this bigger evil is one, prioritizing more important. Secondly, Amber's life is directly contingent on saving her. I mean, yes,
Yeah.
sure, this
I
monster
think
will.
she's
this
more
vampire will
important
kill more
than
people
my
at some
grudge.
point, but
Yeah.
right now, Amber's life is in danger. So
Yeah.
her well-being take precedence.
Thank you for being the adult in the room.
It's just gameplay strategy lying. It comes natural after a while. Plus,
No, it doesn't.
And I lean my head against his shoulder again, like.
But I can see that the time is now.
It's night. You got half an hour, boys and girls.
We need to go packing. Why don't you pay our tab, Chase, and
I'll get the next one.
Mm-hmm.
you pay every meal this week, and I'll pay every meal next week. How about that? Promise. Swear.
I pick up the tab.
Yes, you do.
Can we drive by Jackson Gym real quick?
Of course. It's on the way. No, it's not.
Okay.
But
You
still.
want to train now?
You'll see.
Well, you get there. It looks like it did. You have to go up the stairs. You get into this very classic Boston boxing gym.
This is hallowed halls, my dear friend Chase. This is where magic happens. Many a great fighter has trained here and honed his skill to become one of the contenders.
You see it's very high under the roof. There's a lot of posters and pictures of fighters, like Golden Gloves standing there.
That's you.
He's
That's
there.
you.
Golden Glove, local New England
Yeah.
Golden Glove win.
That's young you. How old were you here?
18.
Back in the day.
You have teeth.
He had his own teeth.
You're
Probably
old,
all
man.
I lost most of them in the prison, actually, because, well, federal government give you the cheapest dental care they can give you, and cheapest is bullet.
You see, Jackson, he comes over.
Hey,
Cameraman.
good to see you again. Thank you for setting this up. I'm
No
sure
worries. I have.
way forward.
He's like, "Are you ready, girl? I've actually got this young buck. He's 17, and he's a talented guy. I wanted to see what you got, girl."
Yeah, she's gonna give a good performance. I'm sure she's got it in her. Just give me 10 minutes to prep her up real quick.
You know the way to change you up. Do you need me to tape her up, or do you want to tape her up?
I can tape her up and.
Yeah, you do it. Yeah, heads the gloves. The rest is in the changing room.
Yeah.
Grace turns around and she throws a hook into his shoulder.
That's good. You want to leave.
Jab. Sorry, jab.
Jabbing
Sorry.
that.
Yeah,
Jab, then go in. You got to walk her into the change room and. Sorry about ambushing about that, but I thought it was a good idea. You get to.
And now I just had like 20 waffles. Why couldn't you say anything before?
I can't donate you money. Oh,
Ugh.
don't worry.
Ugh.
Baby.
Was he one of the guys who trained her last time, or is it someone else?
One of the guys that trained her last time.
Incorporate what I saw done to her little briefing.
Yeah.
Like,
He's very quick, but he's got a very weak hook from the right.
so
He's
you
got
want to
so many tells when he goes for it. It's weak, and you have great access to mean body shots.
Yeah.
Because
You want-
it's very weak.
Yeah.
And he's got
So-
a lot of. He doesn't go straight up. He goes out. So there's a lot of space.
So let's wait. So
Mhm.
jab, make and work him so he naturally got a chance to throw a right hook at you, which is weak. Then you go in, bam, bam, in the body. You just keep landing body shots. Just keep pounding. Just keep pounding there. And if you can, land combinations. Body shot, head. Body shot, head. Body shot, head. Yes, and just keep working that, and he's going to go down sooner or later. He's quick, but he's not a knockout puncher either. So you got the game here is for you to knock him out.
He's flyweight. He tiny. He's tiny.
Well, so it's Grace. So
Well, that's what you match with them.
yeah.
You have obviously you get some boxing shoes. You get a t-shirt that's way too big.
Yep. Gonna like stuff it in my pants.
Yeah. No, it's more like a dress. You
Yeah.
just need a belt.
Yeah.
A mouth guard.
Please.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. Just rinse it out. Somebody else's.
Who cares?
Who cares?
She has a toothbrush, so she'll use that when she gets home.
Yeah. You get your hands taped.
Mm.
And I take great care to tape them properly, really good up, so that she's proper protected.
Thank
And
you.
then gloves on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you feel a bit excited. You get to do a bit of warm up. So I'm guessing you do a bit of skip roping and then
Yep. The thing that we can't remember what is, but it has a small ball.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And after half an hour, you feel like, all right, this with 20 fucking waffles in your belly, this is the best you're gonna get.
I mean, I do have some frustration I want to get out, so I think, yeah.
You see the kid, he's jumping back and forwards. He's in his boxing trunks, boxing shoes. His hair is, very slick back, not very long. And he looks really very young. Fit.
How young?
17.
18?
17.
17. Okay. Yeah. Well, Grace is tiny, so it's fine.
Jackson is hanging on the side where the kid is, because the kid is like leaning into the ropes, like getting ready to go. And Cal is your ring man.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going through the rope, but to the square, whatever it's called.
I'm telling you, he's gonna try. He's gonna keep it easy. Like he's not gonna give it too many instructions. So he's just gonna basic game plan of exploiting his weak right land body shots, and then if he can head as well.
Yeah. We're gonna do the rolling very simple, so we don't do like insane rolls for this. We basically go just one die for the initiative. So whoever has the highest die goes first.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do one roll for each round.
My cord stopped the rolling. I kid you not.
I had a 9.
Yeah, after my cord stopped it, because I leaned in, it's a 5, so it's his turn.
So he's first. So you decide if you're going to be passive or aggressive.
Right now, I think I'm going to be
defensive or passive is not.
Yeah, I know. Defensive. So a lot of slip and rolls and kind of glides and whatever is needed.
That's wording. You're gonna do footwork and you're gonna bob and weave.
Bob and weave. But that's what my guide is telling me is the role.
Of the roll. All right. All right.
To roll.
All right. So do your roll. I've done mine.
It's still just one die, right?
No, it's a full with dex
Oh.
dodge.
Oh. Okay. Hello. That's a little bit more dices than I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know me and dodging.
Boom. You see, he comes in and he goes, he jabs, and then he goes straight, right? You bob and weave, you glide. He's not even like he's touching air and glove.
Right.
You're not even worried about him at this point.
Yeah.
But you also know he's sizing out the reach.
Mm. Yeah, it's just like testing and seeing me.
Yeah, you can see like how you're gonna react. You see he like, well, he's not gonna. Oh, I am impressed. But you see more focus.
Yeah. The one die, right? Jesus, 5 again.
He's gonna be first again, babe.
All right.
Again, you decide to be either defensive or aggressive.
No, I'm sussing him out now. So I'm going to give him another shot. So I'm going to be defensive. That's 3. That's not my usual 5.
Okay, it seems like he's read a bit of your gameplay now, because he sees what's your dominant foot, where you will go, what's your dominant side. So he goes for you this time, but you managed to dodge. But you see, like, he pegged you. If he had been a bit cleaner, he would have gotten to do some damage.
Yeah.
This is a very interesting fight because they're very even at the minute, and it's like they're like sizing each other up. Another one die.
Jesus Christ, a 3.
Before you. Again,
yeah.
Aggressive or defensive? It's about of winning with the dices, my dear.
Yeah. No, I'm going defensive because my dodging is usually good. And then after that, I will. No, actually, no. I'm going offensive this time. I am.
You have like a million dices.
I know. That's why I'm like, I need to do something. If only my dices would do something. Oh, it's okay. 4 successes.
All right.
10.
2 tens, yeah, okay.
And then an 8 and a 6.
Yeah, you both actually go in for an attack.
All right.
So he does. He gets in with a good jab, but you counter because he leaves himself open.
Yeah.
So when he goes in, you sneak in, and then you go
a little hook.
Yeah, a little hook, something, not an uppercut, but a hook, quick hook. Yeah. And then he's like, oh, all right, shit. She actually, she's not just bobbing and weaving and dancing. She actually, you catched him. Yeah. So we're going to do 2 more rolls to end the fight.
That's it, go on, punish it, head, punish it.
9?
Well, it's you, girl, then.
Yes. And I want to do, I want to go in like pretending to do a little jab, and then I want to go in for an uppercut.
Oh, you'll do a fint, a fake, like
yeah.
You go in, yeah.
Two 10s, a 9, a 9, a 9. So 5.
But you don't want to do just the jab. You want to do a straight right, because you want to do I want
to.
Oh, uppercut.
Yeah. So I want to do a right one, which is my little whatever.
All right. You dodge a couple of jabs, and he's going for straight right. So you weave underneath his straight right, and then you do an uppercut, and you hit. You hit, and you see he steps back.
Okay.
And he's a bit wobbly, but he still wants to go.
Okay.
So this is the last one.
A 5.
5.
5. Oh, you as well, or is it a 9? Was it a 9?
So we do it at the same time. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay. Trying with new dices. Because I wanna beat this sorry
Kiss.
punk's ass.
Whoa. He's just a baby.
That's 3 successes. I had 6 successes, but I had 2 ones, so I couldn't.
So the last round, what?
Oh, yeah, math. Thank you.
You had 4.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
All right, because that changes shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Again, this time he does the thing. He does the jab, and he throws the weak hook.
Right.
So you take the damage because you're like, okay, I can take that,
Yeah.
and he's open, and you do a kidney shot, and that grounds the boy. And you're like,
Yeah.
no, it's a technical, it's a knockout, but it's a more
Yeah.
technical knockout.
It's a training kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
And it's a ding 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 ding.
And I'm happy, I'm excited, but yeah, and I'll give him my hand to like get him up.
It's up and like, God damn, girl.
Yeah.
Mean ass hands for that small ass frame.
Well, you too. I mean, I actually thought you had it. I thought you had me.
Oh, he was like, anytime
I'll-
we go.
I'll like bonk my gloves on his.
He's like,
Like,
you should start in this gym. You should start, girl.
yeah, well, I usually train over at another gym, but yeah, maybe. I'll
Boo! Boo the other gym. Boo!
I look over at Cal.
Hanging
Like,
on the rope.
did I
It's
like
a
trying to like, did I good? Yeah.
It's a pro trauma.
He's nodding like approving, like you used game plan, used your head, and used your strength against his. So that's
She's got it like a kiss of the glove on the cheek,
Yeah.
like a nice rose, like because she took a few. It's nothing. There's just a nice little kiss of the glove.
Yeah.
But
No,
I think
she's like he won 2 rounds, she won 3 rounds, she won the last one 10-8. So Claire would
But
have
like
knocked
she's so in the moment that she's actually like everything from the last couple of days. It's just kind of backdrop. It's just noise. It's not there. So she's like adrenaline and yeah, good stuff.
She felt normal for a minute.
Yeah.
Cal gave her a pocket of normality.
So we
Yeah, beating small children is normality, but
17. It's not like he's 5.
no, but still like, yeah, a little younger than her.
You get rinsed down, get your like tape off, washed up, and Chase, you've been seeing this as well. It's been nice to see like the family having some R&R.
Yeah.
But what you, Chase, have been seeing is outside it's going dark.
Mm-hmm.
You see the blackness of the night
Yep.
creeps up. And you know the safety of the day is
It's
now
gone.
being wiped from the slate. Night and the nighttime creatures are now in the driving seat. And the world feels a bit more unsafe.
It's almost like I feel like turning on discern just by the thought of it, but no, not here, not now.
The city is hard on you. There's so much.
I'm thinking, what did we plan with the Fey folk? We were going to talk the next day.
So you need
the day before. Still got a
What's
couple
stopping you talking to them now?
No, but did we meet? Did we plan a meeting?
Yeah, same place, same time. So
Same place, same time. Yeah, so it's
middle of the fucking night.
yeah, it's not too far off. Well, yeah, it's far off. Now it's 5-ish.
But still, you haven't done your end of the bargain.
No, we haven't. So I think we're going straight to the school.
And in the car, I'm talking to Cal, like, did you see me? Like,
Yeah.
I know I could have done differently, but
No, you
I
did
felt
great.
like I kind of, and I'm kind of, she's not paying attention to what Chase's emotionally state is right now. And I'm sorry.
No, you did great. You followed the game plan. You kept your head in. You showed. You showed what you got. You're a fighter. You got moves. Dodge out of it. Keep away. Minimizing his impact from the punches. Pull back, and then going in for the kill when you see the potentiality. And that's important because that's.
I really, really, really needed this, so thank you. And I just like leap at him and hug him.
Hug her back in.
I had a shower, so I don't smell.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Shave shampoo.
Phew,
Nice.
nice.
So,
And all of a sudden, you find yourself on the opposite side of the Emmanuel College. Came kind of a little bit out of the blue for you a lot in the back seat.
felt like returning to the scene of the crime.
It's because it is returning to the scene of the crime.
I don't know. I mean, are actually destroying paranormal entities covered by law? I mean, we didn't
Destroying
destroy it.
property, breaking and entry.
No, we didn't break ground. We trespassed. Big difference. And we didn't destroy anything. It did.
We don't need to know anything more about Amber, do we?
You know where she is, or where she's gonna
That's
be.
enough, right?
Yeah, I think
We don't
so.
want to. You said she.
No, we. I don't think we will be needing to do any
No. Okay.
rituals.
Because if so, I do know where her room is. So if we need it, we could potentially sneak in. But if we don't need it, I'd rather
So
not.
you know where her room is. Nudge, nudge.
That thing weird.
Chase.
Yes, potentially, but I'm reluctant to do it now because we need to get. Chase needs to do this thing, and if man is
I
on the
wanna
process,
help.
we don't technically want to stumble on him.
Yeah, if I can, I want to help because I like those glyphs. I don't know, they're pretty.
They are, and they're pretty useful.
Yeah.
You guys handle it, or do you need any help from me, or should I stay and guard the cot?
Stay and have our backs. I think that's the most important thing.
I'll keep I'll be a lookout. Well, you guys
And together with probably Lucky, who is still in the car.
Yeah. Woof.
Looks like you're gonna have two guard dogs. Mean
Oh,
old
who's a
junk
good
guard
dog?
dogs there.
Who's a good dog?
Yeah,
I say and
who is the
scratch
good
Cal
dog?
behind the ear.
Oh my god!
Now sit. Stay. Stay.
Stay on the other side of the. I'll stay on the other side.
When we
of the
get
street.
out of the car, I'm going to whisper to Chase, there's not any booze or drugs in the car, right?
Not in this car.
Because I have the flask. It's just kind of pull it, show it on the inside
So
of my
you're
jacket.
not driving.
I haven't been drinking now.
I'm
I
just
just
messing
don't
with
want
you.
him to.
Yeah, you're right. No, I hope, no.
Will he be okay?
We'll see.
Sometime. I think what you did with him today, that's a good start.
I thought that was more him doing it for me than anything else.
No, it was equally you who did this for him. Because he's been talking about that gym for as long time as I've known him. That was him saying to you, welcome to the family. Your family now. And I draw the first glyph just with my finger, and I spend a conviction to brand that glyph into the stone.
You see how it flickers and burns in the light for you, and also for you, Grace. You understand the perfect meaning of it.
I think as I help him, I will just like nynne en sang. What is that in English?
Hum a
To
tune.
hum a tune. Yeah, I'll just hum like a little song. Just happy little song as I help you along.
As a judge, you feel it would be natural for her to do one since she's being defender and all.
Yeah. So I started with the glyph of the judge on this corner, and if you on the other side of this wall make the sign of the defender, just like that sign you saw over the door, the hidden door.
I think I can do that.
I think
I
you
did.
can too.
I did trace some. Well, I did trace that in Cal's book. I didn't see. Yeah. And I'll start.
Again, you do it as he did, and you know you have to spend a conviction.
Yeah.
To activate the glyph.
Right.
And now we go to another corner to make a glyph that says, "Do not enter."
Did you want to combine it?
Yeah, do not enter together with. If I can, I will make it as a mixture of 3 glyphs. Do not
Yes, of course you
enter,
can.
protected, and monster.
Of course you can.
And
You just link them,
yep. And I spend another conviction.
and you feel a bit fatigued.
I'm down to 1.
You, Grace, you see him shiver a little bit when he does the last glyph.
And it's almost like you see that that spark that's in his eyes.
Faded a minute.
Yeah, he seems a lot more old. And tired.
And you can't give someone some of your conviction, can you?
You can.
Yes, you can.
I think I want to try doing that because this creeps me out a little bit.
How many conviction do you have?
I have 3, so I just want to give him 1.
You feel compelled, because it's a hunter instinct, that he is so low that if he loses his last one, you don't know that, but it's just an instinct that if he goes blank, if you don't see the golden light, he is vulnerable and lost in the water. You feel like your determination and conviction is to give him some of yours so he can fight another night.
So I'll go over to him and I actually like touch his shoulder and I say, I'm really happy to do this with you. Thank you.
And you release a conviction?
Yeah.
You feel like the flame inside of you, Chase, that was almost like dimming a minute. It sparks again.
No, I feel what she's doing, and I just turn around and I give her a really warm hug.
I hug him back.
Oh, everybody hugging
So
it
much
out.
hugging!
Just you wait, we will have none of that
I'm
later
just
on.
like warming them up.
For hell. No.
Yeah.
This is a good moment to have our final little break of the evening before we go into our last couple of scenes of this episode. So shake a leg, make a move, do what you need to do, and we will be right back. Hi, and welcome back from the break. We're going to go directly into the scene where two of our hunters have done their part of the deals regarding the Fae. But we're going to go into the car where Cal is now sitting, and he's feeling some feels. Maybe it could be withdrawal syndrome. We're going to go directly into the scene. Cal, you're getting the itch.
He's like hammering the seat and dashboard and looking around and oh, glove compartment. And he opens it.
Right. Okay. High or low?
Low.
It's a one. There's a little pouch in the glove compartment. A little baggie.
Like clear or like non-clear?
Clear baggie.
Ooh. No. Look, puts it back. The glove compartment up again and. What? Oh! Suddenly finding the hand again. It's throws it on the dashboard. And he looks out at them. Come on. Get this done with.
You feel like the windows are fogging up because you're breathing so much. The baggie is calling your name.
Opening it and it's just.
The chemical smell. You're a bit unsure. It could be speed, could be coke, could be some. Oh yeah, that's coke.
Ooh.
You feel it like it tingles.
Just 1 second. Let's go a quick little willpower roll here.
Lucky is there.
Like you don't give a shit.
A 10 and an 8 and a 7. Okay, so that's 10 and 8 is okay. It's like, and he just rolls down the window like a Pinto and just, and then rolls up again, and just punches the
The dashboard. Like screaming like but outside people like what why is the car foggy? What's that banging?
to distract himself by inflicting some low level pain on his fists to sort of take the itch, to take the focus away from the itch.
As you do so, you don't know how much time is being spent on doing this.
My job to be a lookout.
You see Grace and Chase are making their way hastily back to the car.
Can we hear the banging?
Can we see the fog?
Have we heard the banging?
Or the yeah.
Well, you heard something and you see the fog and you, yeah. Obviously, he looks a bit sweaty and not distressed, but riled
Cal,
up.
what did you do in the car?
Lucky, are you okay?
You only have that many minutes on by himself during the day. I'll plead the fifth.
I look at him.
I don't want to hear that. No, Cal.
Come on. It's a Pinto. This thing has absolutely no...
But I don't know where to sit now.
You sit in
Not
the
there.
front. He sits
Perception
in the
awareness.
back.
Is that all of us, or?
All of you guys.
Perception what?
Awareness.
Awareness.
4 successes, 2 10.
Boom.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes as well. I'm rolling like a motherfucker tonight.
Chase.
2.
Meager too. Well, you're actually a bit distracted by the fact that what the fuck was Cal doing?
Yeah.
And you're like,
And there is a dog in there.
yeah, and you're like, dude, really, dude.
In front of the dog.
In front of the dog. So you get a bit distracted. Cal and Grace, on the other hand, for a split of a second, it looked like someone just sneaked down in front of the car. That was kind of like peeking, and then
I open the door for Lucky.
she sniffs the air and she gives a like. She looks at you.
I give her the look to move ahead.
She jumps
Forward,
out.
my friend.
Yeah, she growls and she barks, and then you hear like almost like claws clawing on the underside of the car, like really fast. Like
I look to who's available. Cal, maybe. I don't want to look at him, but I look at him.
Cal, can you go outside?
Yeah.
I open the door and I swing out, and I actually, instead of stopping down on to the pavement, I pull myself on top of the car, so I sit on top so I can get a view to see what if someone accesses from underneath the car. I can see it all around the car to see whatever
Well,
it is.
you see, Lucky is that jumping around and barking, like holding whatever that.
Holding it in place. Okay, then I slip back in the car again, and I bend down, like lying in the car, and I bend down and I face down and look under the car.
It's a weird sight. Obviously, you instinctively know whatever this is wrong, and it's not hidden, like it's here. It's as I described for Grace earlier, the other episode. It's almost purplish black in color of the skin. It's feminine traits, very gaunt, very thin, blackish, purplish hair slicked back, and it's clawing around underneath the car, trying like to avoid Lucky's moving around, darting around.
I like look up in the car. Chase, you had a boost as a car with a gremlin in it, and I put my hand down again.
No,
Hey,
it's a
you,
Pinto, it's not a
you, I
gremlin.
can see you there, moving about.
It's like,
Stop mucking about. Get out here and stand in front of stand by the car, young lady. And I mean now.
the dog. It will.
You won't attack you unless the owner says so. So you're quite safe, but just come out where we can see you. So before you damage anything, this is a Pinto. It's about as durable as a styrofoam cup.
It crawls as best as it can, and you see the fingernails are long and dark, like spider legs. It like hooks, and it crawls very elegantly, very like it's almost like looking at water. It moves with absolute ease.
And do I recognize this creature
Yeah,
when I see it?
yeah.
Oh, hi. Lucky, come here. And I just kind of hint to her to go into the car.
She jumps in very proud.
Good girl, good girl.
Sitting and look at the car,
She's-
turn around. Hi, I'm Cal. This is Chase, and I presume you're Musgrace here, and
We've met. Yeah. I can't pronounce her name. I don't think you can either. But it's a pretty name.
It's a name.
Do you? You.
Can-
I look at you. She can't come into the car, can she?
Well, this car is not
It's warded, isn't it?
warded.
No.
Oh, there's no. Do you?
It's a Pinto. A cold breeze gets.
Do you
into
want to
this
come
car.
in? Into the car, I mean?
No.
No.
Who are you?
Looks at the dog.
Yeah.
No, she won't do anything. She won't do anything to you.
She snarls at the dog, and you see, like, when she does, you see the mouth is very big, and then you see a lot of sharp teeth. Because it's like almost like cute and endearing. It's like a fucked up dark elf, right? Black eyes, white pupils, kind of adorable. But when it snarls,
Don't provoke the dog, please.
I don't want to get. I just.
You wanted something? Is there a particular reason you're here?
Just watching.
watching to see what you're gonna do next. You see, I'm watching your story unfold.
So what we just did, I don't know what you call it. We call it warding? I look to Chase. Is that for your people?
You did the pretty picture thingy.
Yeah, so no one would harm you or, well, keep you safe, I guess. I look at Chase again because I
Well, it will
literally
keep you
don't
safe
really.
from us while you are inside that compound.
I don't go in there. That's not my house.
What's your house then?
I don't
So you're
have
not
a
a house tag? Ho-
I don't get to have a house yet.
ah.
So you're alone?
I have to wait until I prove myself, you see.
And how do you prove yourself, may I ask?
Well, right now I see if your story can do that for me.
How?
Because you're gonna do stuff and it's important and I'm not supposed to pry and pay and poke and claw at it, but I can't help myself because I think I want to because I think I can make a name.
Selfish little thing.
Names are important.
You see that, like the.
No, she doesn't say that out loud.
No,
Grace
but
doesn't say that.
but she seems very like, please, very Golem-y, and her nose it moves
Yeah.
a little bit. She's like,
Well, I can understand. I can relate to that. Names are important and you gotta be earn them. I earned my name. That's Sophie.
I should break your neck.
No, you should not.
Maybe that.
We had
could
this
get
talk.
him.
We had this talk.
Um,
You promised me.
Why? What did I do? What bad did I ever do?
Told you. Her brother.
That was Chase!
she looks
Like,
at him.
completely, like, indignant that he's getting blamed for something.
Is it him? Did he do it? Can I break his neck?
No. Same deal. Humans. Friends. We don't harm them.
No.
I mean, if you break anyone's necks, we can't be important and your story can't unfold and you can't make your name.
But
that's-
your
And
brother.
also, if you break our necks, then there will be more of us.
And also, I'm
Oh, I
very
don't want that.
confused. I'm very confused of who your brother is. Was it the creature in the college the other night, or is it someone else?
No, that's my. Well, was. Is. He's not here now.
So he was your brother, but you are not a part of the house tag.
Oh, it's complicated.
But why
She
do you
hasn't
want to
earned her
break
name
our
yet.
necks?
It will be glory, you see. You warriors and all.
Oh, but then it has to be a fair combat. And
No.
just... Oh, what's the
Because
story in
I
that?
can write the story. And it could be a really good one if I could just break your neck and then I could write a very nice story.
But wouldn't it be better?
And put it in a bookie thingy.
But
And I
the
would be
story
proud.
would be a lie. It would not be true.
It's a matter of perspective.
I mean,
she's smart.
I hate to bring up the subject of history books being written by the victor here, but I would make an argument that why go after us when there are bigger fish to whose necks you can wring. I mean, if you really want to make a name yourself, to be part of stopping the biggest and worst evil, the strongest, the most dangerous foe of them all, would surely make a much better story than just fighting against us little three.
Who?
Have you seen the one that calls Dr. Man? Professor Mann?
I don't follow his story.
No, but we intend to write our own story by defeating the thing that he worships.
You should talk to the old one.
We shall.
Who's the old one?
He said I shouldn't meddle, but he already
So
meddled.
that's your family? Or because you mentioned him before as well.
I don't like your telling. You're telling.
I'm sorry.
You're
I thought
telling.
I'm so sorry.
An old one? There's an old one?
I don't like it when you're telling. You're telling.
I'm so sorry. I thought because you were here it wasn't I'm sorry. I don't know your rules.
She gets so mad. She burns, you see, when you touch her.
Oh, we all do.
Do you
But-
taste like fire as well?
And maybe brimstone.
No. No, I don't want to touch you.
How can I make it up to you? Because I don't like breaking my promises and I'm so sorry.
I don't know. I'll think about it.
But you talked about
Don't
you
tell the
mentioned
old one. Don't
ancient
tell
one.
the old one. Don't tell the old one.
She points out.
And I'll give her the hypothetical key to my mouth for that.
I'm not supposed to. Oh, I'll bring attention. I gotta go. I gotta run. I gotta go.
Okay,
Don't
but we won't
break
talk
anybody's neck, please, will
But
you?
if he could help, or if that was interesting for him, is there any way we can meet him, see him, talk to him without him knowing that you were involved?
Oh, he just looks at the stories. He just looks at the stories. I shouldn't talk. My mouth gets me in trouble. I can't. I gotta go.
Here's a chocolate you can give him.
Oh, ew!
Not you, him.
No! Faux!
Okay, your enemy. That's not me. Well, your enemy.
I don't want to touch it.
Take it back.
Good luck down the rabbit hole.
She smirks. She
Do you
creeps
know
up.
what we'll find down the rabbit hole?
The moment she creeps into the darkness, like to the walls, she creeps a bit out.
You'll find death down there.
Yeah, well, things that we already didn't know.
Yeah, it's not illuminating. It's curiosity of the thing.
Thank you. That's just generally days that ends with a Y.
But she's so cute.
And also,
Homicidal, sociopathic, lunatic
Yes.
way.
But still cute.
She reminds me.
Of Lucky. In a way.
I was gonna say sort of a cross between a gremlin and.
a pinto.
But we have places to be, royalty to see, and deals to cement. So, you guys
get
finished
off.
with your warning? Or
Wards
marking?
are up.
Brilliant.
Not wards are up, but at least the signs are.
And you drive off. The creature didn't illuminate anything except for the fact that now it's you, Bruno Grace, and it's very curious to what you are doing. It's clearly been following you for a while.
It's clearly breaking some sort of rule, or some sort of like at least some other person's rule about doing so. She's not supposed to meddle, but she can't help. It can't help itself.
That
And she
in
has been
itself is a kind of a prophecy.
And there's this talk of this older one.
Yeah.
There's always an older one.
Yeah.
But it has to be someone we haven't met at all,
Probably.
and someone who watches stories. Just imagine the information.
Is she
said
watching
entity.
us?
Most likely, if it admonished her it not to get involved with us, it must surely be aware of us. I feel so violated.
As
What is?
you're driving, and I'm discussing, you get to the library, because I'm guessing you're going back.
Yeah.
So you can still have a conversation as you are moving, but I'm pushing you to the library.
Yeah.
Now, well, something must
What
be.
is she? Fae? Nightmare? I mean,
Yeah,
she
I
was
can
even...
imagine it's a fae of some sort. I mean,
Okay.
clearly it's somehow related or connected to this tag, but probably it's not proven herself to be deemed worthy of. Well, seeming like they talk about glory, like there's some sort of trial or ritualistic improvement of your worth or particular importance in some way.
Yeah, but this actually this can be put in connection with why the House of Teg wants to rule the ground of this school, because a school is a gathering of stories. Libraries is a collection of a lot of stories, and maybe this creature needs a story to collect a story for her house to be able to grow up. It's sort of a rite of passage.
Mm-hmm.
Is it normal that they reach out to you like that?
And with these creatures, nothing is normal.
Has anything like this, particularly like something like this, happened to us before? Certainly not to me, but it's I mean, expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
the other stuff.
lucky, she can sense them, I think.
Yeah, because I think she is part Fae, or there has
What?
been done some Fae magic to her to grow
I
from
still
this
can't see. I
tiny
still
little
don't.
pup to this gigantic. Yeah.
I still have. Have I? I can't remember if Grace actually saw it at any point in time. She didn't,
No.
right? No.
She looks small. For you guys, it's a fucking dog Argentina.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever.
Mine is Bubble. Are you gonna do more with your time, except for discussing?
Now this is probably just us chit-chatting on our way to the library, and from the library we go to wherever we met the Fae court.
Yeah, you still have a bit of time, so I'm guessing again you have maybe some takeaway. Again, assess and discuss all the things that have been going down and all the information been given.
Yeah,
I write down information we found about the Cops Hill Cemetery, about the entrance gateway to the butchered Latin phrase included in that, and asking, could you please find out what this is supposed to actually be, because it's clearly not right, but it's.
You send it to the janitor. I'm supposed
to the janitor.
Yeah.
So that's a record of a dealing, and then Cal walks around looking through the left items to find some sort of a hat or something hat-like.
Oh yeah, sure. There's all sorts. There's a sixpence. There's not a fedora. That would be weird. Baseball cap. More like not like nothing fancy.
No, but baseball cap actually persists in better. He throws the sixpence to Chase. It's always good to be able to take off your hat and courteous to the royalty when they appear. I think we want to be at our best behavior here.
Well, then I'm gonna push the time to that o'clock. Trixie, that said she would appear, has not yet.
No.
But maybe that's not in the fourth of your mind, because you're now gonna talk to royalty.
Yeah.
And you see the time is 9. You've been drinking coffee and getting ready. Grace, you haven't met this thing.
No.
Remember to bow and be courteous.
Okay.
I mean,
And never offend them. And never make promises.
Yeah. Don't wish for anything.
What did I obviously just did, right? That's what she said. I didn't
Oh.
mean to.
No, but let's say it this way. I think it's highly unlikely that we would be put in a position to potentially break our promise for not telling the Ancient One about her little squabbling. I mean, we have no idea who he is. He has no intention of wanting to seek us out. So I think we're pretty much going to skate through that one easily. Those words are going to come back to bite me in the ass, aren't they?
Yep.
Damn you, narrative causality.
As you then make your way out again of the belly of the library, the wind has died down. Heavy clouds are pushing its way across the sky. It's dark and it's very cold, but the air is still. This wind has moved the snow around from the snowfall the last night, so you have heaps of it in corners and creeks of the streets and buildings. It feels like someone has made path for you to meet royalty.
Well, if the snow turns red, then I'm worried.
You make your way to the park area.
Yeah, where we met them.
Are you going to put on conviction, discern, anything else?
Yes.
Actually, second side protecting itself. I mean, we definitely felt a sort of presence and awe-inspiring magically. There might be an idea to protect
Great, no.
I have one left if I use that.
3.
So I wanna just let the boys lay down and hope they pill me out, if nothing else. Yeah. But I wanna save it up to use ward if need be. That's kind of my thought process. Yeah.
The air is cold and still for a minute.
If
Jade.
I have discern on, I see that she's not protected.
Yeah.
Do you worry?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be.
Always.
Do you want to leave her in the car?
No, I just touch her shoulder and said, always protection in the near vicinity of these. Always.
Okay. Thank you.
And you, as you did before, feel a bit fatigued.
Yeah.
It takes but a minute, and you chase, you see it. It's like the world shifts. And the veil is elegantly draped away. And yet again, you see this creature. She glides in and steps down. You obviously see her true form. It looks a little bit like the little creature, but this is a grown one. Her limbs are longer. She has an eerie beauty. It looks like she's slick with oil, but that's her skin. It glistens and shimmers in the cold lights of the night. Her hair is long, and it's again, it looks like it's flowing in water, but slicked with oil. She wears a pitch black crown. But this is what you see through the body she's riding.
I take off my hat and bow.
She glides down very regally.
I look at them do that, and I guess I try and courtesy.
Your Highness.
Your Highness.
Hello.
She smiles. I appreciate the courtesy. I have been told that you have fulfilled your end of the bargain.
This is true.
My domain is now off limits to your kith and kin.
Mm-hmm.
You must honor this contract.
We have put up all the signs that tells our kin to keep off. You are protected.
If they do not, they will be dealt with. Agreed.
Disagreed.
Right. To my end of the bargain, then. Which part do you want first? She holds up, and she's got these very long, again, nailed like spider legs. Do you want this visage, or do you want the information first?
I look over at Chase.
The information first, I think.
Maybe we should dispense with this, the quick, easy. Since that was the deal, as soon as we did the third part, that she be let go. So we'll
turn the woman, let the woman free.
The creature starts speaking in a tongue you do not understand. It's almost like she's saying something in reverse, but you don't even understand what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Rewriting a vow, if you like. As she does so, you see the body of Miss Cliff collapses to the ground. And you see the full-blown glory of the house of Teg's new ruler. You can still see a hint of a scar, even on this creature.
Mm.
First part done. Second part to be delivered. To Professor Man. Who he is, or what he is doing.
in words of the great philosopher Winnie the Pooh, yes, please, both.
She laughs. Teller of tales, Cal. I appreciate it. He wants to release the old one underneath the ground.
Why?
Because of the power it entails if you can control it.
Do you believe he can control it?
No. No, I think that rage is unreasonable.
What do you think will happen then? If he releases it and cannot control it?
Chaos. Havoc. Things that will be uncomfortable for humans.
You mean uncomfortable like the winter flu, or uncomfortable like
Death,
a plague
carnage,
upon all
and
your
destruction.
houses? Oh, that kind of uncomfortable. Yeah, that's fairly... Yeah, I can see the... Yeah, no. Would be bad.
The human that used to be William, which is down there. Because this is what you want to know, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He never got to go to the kingdom of his god.
Must have pissed him off.
His curse was never to see his bloodline again.
So he's trapped down there, alone,
Yes.
far from the grace of God.
Closer to hell than heaven, don't you think?
Well, there are some that says that hell is just the absence of the love of God.
Well, his absence has turned inhumane or unhuman. There's nothing left of the William that once walked the earth.
It's
There's this
just
thing that remembers that it's angry and it hates.
so in almost like every sense of the being, that creature is almost like an antichrist.
Its power. Dark, corrupt power.
Of pure hate.
What this Professor Man wants is to wield such a power.
And what sort of man is he?
Human. But he's got gifts, you see. He touched magic.
Oh, in what way?
What you would say he would be a witch. Isn't it ironic?
The witch finder general ending up being potentially released to be used as an instrument of power for a witch? Yeah, pretty much.
It's beautifully ironic, isn't it?
Or is it
But
sarcastic?
there needs to be an ultimate sacrifice.
To
For
release him or stop the release?
Well, all this power has to be kept in a host.
Because it's been bound into William so far.
Is that what they're
And
using
this-
Amber for?
But you need someone that has a bit of a gift, that has a thin veil between the worlds.
oh, and that
It's
is the
eas-
thin,
It's easier to slip in than you see.
and that is what I saw underneath the corruption that was close to Amber, was her sort of veil that covers her, or no,
She's gifted. Unscholared, but gifted.
in the ways of magic or in the ways of something else.
She's a witch. But the good kind, I think.
Oh, I will definitely agree with you on that one.
But
You're good or are good?
You referred to me, little thing.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty.
What's your question then, little thing?
Did you, because we're not quite the same, so I'm gathering that we don't quite view people or intentions the same. So I'm just wondering, when you're saying she's a good witch, good for you, good for us?
This is your human story.
But he wants to contain the power in Amber. You wield her as a
perfect vessel, a chalice, if you like, a new chalice.
For the god.
All that power.
And he will drink of the chalice, or he will wield the chalice. Oh, this is so bad.
The ritual or the sacrifice or curse that bound William in the first place.
He's already been unwrapping it with these young boys.
Mm-hmm.
He's unwrapping the spiral.
Does this curse, does it still exist somewhere?
Oh, the original curse.
Yeah.
That's not part of our deal, Cal.
No, I'm not asking you to give it me. I just wonder if it still exists.
Of course it does. Everything that's ever happened, said, done exists. If you know where to look.
Talking about quite the money in 100 years, pals. I see. I looking at Chase and Grace, but I might just pull it off.
Right.
I think I've given you a lot of information.
And we are grateful.
But you also asked us if we wanted to know who he was.
He's a man.
Right?
He's a mage, a witch, a warlock.
Yeah, is it okay? Sorry, ignore me. I'll just
Never.
courtesy like very awkwardly.
But he's not man. I mean, he
No.
popped up 5 years ago out of the thin air.
He's not Mr. Man.
Who is he
Not at
then?
all.
Mr. Stone?
He's a little body snatcher, he is.
Ooh, that's depraved magic.
In which way?
He's been around for a turn or two.
As in, he dons the skins of other men.
Indeed, he likes to ordain himself.
Will we be
He
pleased to
gets-
meet him if we guess his name?
Don't go biblical on me, it doesn't suit you.
No, I was more going Rolling Stones.
I know what you talk of. But he is human, nonetheless. Even if he borrows time when he's not supposed to.
Oh.
And we do know how frail the human body can be, don't we, Chase?
Oh, we do.
But what happens if the power is released and there's no one there to wield it, to control it? That
William
you
is
said
free.
Yeah.
Who dares to know what renders of the man now? Probably just anger. Don't you think? Being
Probably.
alone and lost.
Anger
And
and
not
madness.
without his sweet Alice to soothe his rage. But what do I know?
Sweet Alice.
So, if we were interested in asking the price of, well, a new bargain, delivering the information about the ritual, exactly how steep a cost are we talking about then? I mean, ballpark figure, roughly.
Come to me, Cal, and I'll tell you the price.
Okay, he walks over and leans in.
Well, she's very tall, and she leans down. She lays a finger on your forehead.
Yeah.
In your final moment, Cal, you will say my name. I'll be with, and you will be mine. She whispers this, you cannot hear it.
One question before we shake any sort of hands or make any sort of vows. Will we be able to understand and use the ritual? I do like to read the fine print before I make any contracts.
Think of it before you answer, so you understand what I've asked. You did
I will.
only say my name. I will find you, Cal. Think of
If it
it.
comes to that, then.
then you will know. Now I'm done with you. I have done as asked. I've left Miss Cliff, and you have your information, and I have my kingdom. Begone.
Cal bends down, bows, and turns his bow into picking up the limp body of Miss
She
Cliff
seems, yeah,
and carries her
completely.
towards the library.
Grace kind of like is bowing and backing away.
She was very intimidating.
Yeah.
How is your pulse?
Slow but steady.
Get her inside, get her in a bed, get her warmed up, and
I'll put the
I guess
kettle on.
rest. And then write another fax to the janitor.
Did you? You didn't bring Lucky outside, no.
No, she was in the car, I think. I actually didn't think about what I did with her.
No, I think you left her in the library.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, she whimpers and she's
yes.
she's very restless when you get in.
Yeah. Opens the door for her to go. Do you need to pee?
She runs.
Where?
Off around the corner somewhere. Bolts.
Okay, I'll have to run.
As they carry.
Yeah. I'll be back. And I run after her.
Wait, never say that. Never say that in these kinds of stories.
I'm walking after Grace.
Well, she's quite a few meters ahead of you. You see the footprints in the snow area where Lucky's been running, and you're kind of just following it, looking at the snow. No, not you.
Oh.
Grace first.
Of course.
Yeah.
And you're not really sure where you're going because you're looking down. You're not you're in the street. You're down that street, and all of a sudden you bump into someone because you've been looking down.
Yeah. I'll look at whoever I'm bumping into. I'm sorry.
You recognize him, the long beard, the long hair.
Oh, it's you. I'm so sorry. Have you seen my dog?
You see a very sad face as he looks at you. Oh, Grace. Child. I'm gonna be your witness.
Sorry. Did you... Where is Lucky around?
He cups your head and you feel almost like you want to just melt into him for a second. And he kisses your forehead. All of a sudden, you don't know why, but you start crying. Like you cry like a child. You engulfed with sorrow that you can't see your sister, the fucked up shit your father did to you, the horrible death of Toby, the possible death of all three of you. It feels like he just cracked a seal to your emotions.
Why do you want to witness this? It's not a good story.
I'll be there, Craig. You do not need to walk down the last path alone, I promise. When it comes time, I'll be there. And then something happens, but like that. Chase is behind you, and you do not remember this. Lucky sits now.
Oh, there you are, girl.
But you've been crying.
Yeah. Oh, it must be the wind.
Grace, We talked about
Yes.
this.
Hi.
Don't run out alone like this.
I told you I needed to find Lucky.
Yeah, but don't. I'll come with you. Don't.
Well, I kind of said, and I was running and you saw me running, so you had the chance to come running with me if that's what you wanted. That's not on me. That's on you.
Get inside, please. It's cold.
And I'll kiss Lucky on her snout.
She walks beside you. The camera's gonna pan out for the last segment of the scene of this episode. The camera goes up to the roof where the old one sits. You said you wouldn't meddle. The young one shrieks from the corner. Yes, I know. I know I said I wouldn't. But I have to. And do not ask questions why. Someone needs to see this. Someone needs to tell this story. It will go much darker before it gets to be dawn, young one.
That's sad. I don't want them to die, really, I don't.
That's not up to us, young one. But we'll give a little bit of comfort when we can. And that is episode 9. We be done. As I probably think you can tell, we're getting close to the finality of the story that is So It Begins, which will in many ways lead us over to our vampire campaign. But we're not there yet. We still have some miles to go.
You mean lots of people gonna die?
I'm going
to sit like this for the rest.
I'm gonna
No.
Some bones are gonna break. There will be blood spills. I can promise that. But I had fun. I hope you had fun.
Tons of
And
fun.
we're getting close to the finish line. I hope you follow us all the way there. Thank you so much. Please follow, like, do all that jazz. And we
Follow,
don't do
like,
this.
share.
Follow, like, share. That sounds like sharing is Eric. And have a good night. And bye from this gang. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.